exactly as good as it could be, but it's still going to give us what we need relative to the task at hand, so that's not too bad. So now that we're generally lined up, now when we create our point cloud, in fact, let's move this back to the Z position, just so the box is roughly at the world center, and that looks pretty close. So now that we're generally lined up, when we create our point cloud, it's going to be in this position, not on that elevated, rotated position in the world there. So next thing we want to do is create our point cloud. So I think I'll just pull my camera, actually we'll leave it there for a sec, and I'm just going to hit Alt anywhere without anything selected, just so that I can choose where to put it and how to wire it up. And there's my point cloud generator. Now if I click on that, you'll see that it actually has a camera input, it's got a mask input and a source input. In this particular scene, there's no movement or anything else in the scene moving around, so the mask is probably not that important. But if you do have movement, or you have, say, reflections on glass, then the mask is very important for this process, and so too for a camera track. So the source, I'm just going to move this over to this side. I'm going to plug the source into the original source footage, and I'm also going to plug the camera into my camera that was part of the track. So I might just pull this in here and grab my viewer, and just, the problem with the point cloud generator is there's not much to view. If I just pipe into that, it's really just going to be a 3D view, and it's not going to show me too much at all. Now what I'm going to do is double click on that point cloud generator, and these are the settings here. Now the first thing you'll need to do is analyze the footage. So I'm just going to grab this scene here and hide it, and just so that we've got a nice clean 3D space to look at. All those objects are still there, I've just hidden them from the viewport, and I'm going to analyze the sequence. So now that it's analyzed the footage, let's go ahead and track the points, and we can go through. I like to untick this just in case there is an error, I want to know about it. And it's going to go through now. Now this process does take a little bit of time, so I'll pause the video and we'll come back. Okay, and as you'll see that after the process has completed, that we now have a point cloud in the scene, and I'm just going to hide the camera tracker point cloud just by switching that off for now, so that you do definitely see that that's what we're looking at, which is our three-dimensional point cloud. Now down the bottom here we can actually make some subtle changes, and I went with the default as far as